Anna ventures into the haunting Black Forest, guided by the glow of a talisman and the faint hope of uncovering the truth behind the Froomil legend. In the depths of the Black Forest, shrouded by the fog of time and memory, lies the tale of the Froomil, a legend as old as the trees that whisper its name. The story speaks of a creature that is neither fully animal nor spirit, tethered to the forest as its guardian yet cursed by a bitter betrayal of balance. The Froomil's golden eyes are said to burn like embers in the dark, promising doom to any who dare enter the forbidden heart of the woods. Yet, amidst the shadows of fear and folklore, there is a glimmer of courage, of one soul's determination to uncover the truth and mend the broken harmony between humanity and nature. Legends have a way of twisting truths into fantasy. In the village of Kranzel, nestled on the edges of the sprawling Black Forest, the Froomil legend was as much a warning as it was a story. Parents told their children not to wander too deep into the woods lest they hear the cries of the Froomil, a mournful, bone-chilling sound that spelled disaster. They spoke of hunters who never returned, their cries lost in the howling winds. And yet, for all its terror, the legend was incomplete. Among the villagers, no one was more intrigued by the Froomil than Anna Feldspar, a young woman with an unyielding curiosity. She had always been fascinated by the unknown, the stories that others dismissed as mere superstition. Anna's grandmother, Elsa, had been the keeper of these tales, her voice trembling as she recounted the night her own father claimed to have seen the Froomil, a creature with branching antlers and scales that shimmered like molten gold in the moonlight. Unlike others who shunned the forest, Anna felt it calling to her, beckoning her to uncover the secrets buried within its shadows. At the bustling harvest festival, Anna meets a mysterious old man who gives her a talisman linked to the Froomil legend. It was during the annual harvest festival that Anna's journey began. The village square was alive with the sounds of laughter and music, lanterns casting warm glows on the cobblestone streets. Anna wandered through the stalls, her thoughts lingering on the stories she had heard. She paused at a booth where an old man sold hand-carved talismans, his gnarled hands moving with surprising grace as he worked. "You've been dreaming of the forest," he said without looking up. Startled, Anna froze. "How do you know that?" The man finally met her gaze, his eyes a piercing gray. "The forest speaks to those who listen," he said cryptically. From beneath the counter, he produced a small carving, a depiction of the Froomil. Its eyes, painted gold, seemed to glow in the lantern light. "This will guide you," the man said, pressing it into her hand. Anna tried to ask more, but the man turned away, his attention fixed on his work. That night, Anna lay awake, the talisman clutched in her hand. The forest loomed outside her window, its silhouettes shifting in the moonlight. Unable to resist, she rose and dressed, her lantern the only source of light as she slipped into the woods. Deep in the forest, Anna finds a glowing monolith and comes face to face with the enigmatic Froomil. The forest was alive with sound, the rustle of leaves, the chirp of crickets, the occasional hoot of an owl. But as Anna ventured deeper, the noises began to fade, replaced by an eerie silence. The trees grew denser, their twisted branches forming a canopy that blocked the moonlight. Anna's lantern flickered, its light barely penetrating the darkness. She clutched the talisman tightly, its surface warm against her skin. The air grew heavier, thick with the scent of damp earth and moss. Finally, she came upon a clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. At its center stood a monolith, its surface etched with runes that pulsed faintly. As Anna stepped closer, a deep rumble shook the ground. From the shadows emerged the Froomil. Its antlers gleamed like fire, its body a serpentine blend of fur and scales. Its golden eyes locked onto Anna, freezing her in place. "Why have you come here?" a voice echoed, though the creature's mouth did not move. Anna swallowed her fear. "I want to know the truth about you and the forest," she said. The Froomil circled her, its movements graceful yet predatory. "Truth comes with a price," it said. "Will you pay it?" Anna hesitated but nodded. Anna bravely retrieves the heart of Essir from the roaring waterfall, outmaneuvering a serpent guarding it. The Froomil lowered its head, touching Anna's forehead with its antlers. A surge of energy coursed through her, and suddenly, she was no longer in the clearing. Visions flooded her mind, of a time when the forest thrived under the Froomil's guardianship, its magic in perfect harmony with the people who lived at its edge. But greed had crept into the hearts of men. They had taken too much, felling trees and draining the rivers, breaking the balance. In its anguish, the Froomil had unleashed a curse, transforming the forest into a labyrinth of terror to protect what remained. "You must restore what was broken," the Froomil said, its voice softer now. "3 trials await you. Succeed, and the balance will return. fail, and your village will share in the forest's fate. Anna's resolve hardened. What are the trials? The Froomil's eyes gleamed. You will see. In the terrifying Cave of Whispers, Anna confronts her fears, drawing strength to complete her final trial. The first trial took Anna to the edge of a roaring waterfall. Hidden beneath its torrent was a sacred stone, the heart of Essir, guarded by a massive serpent. Anna studied the creature from a distance, noting its movements. Using her agility and the talisman for protection, she lured the serpent away, diving into the icy waters to retrieve the stone. The second trial led her to a grove where two warring forest spirits had turned the land into a desolate wasteland. The spirits, once protectors of the forest, had been driven to hatred by the humans' greed. Anna approached them cautiously, offering the heart of Essir as a symbol of peace. Through empathy and negotiation, she convinced them to lay down their grievances, restoring life to the grove. The final trial was the most harrowing. The Froomil directed Anna to the Cave of Whispers, a place that manifested the fears and regrets of those who entered. The darkness within seemed alive, twisting into forms that taunted her with visions of failure and despair. But Anna, drawing strength from her connection to the forest, pressed on. When Anna emerged from the cave, she carried not only the forest's blessing but a profound understanding of its sorrow and resilience. She returned to the Froomil, presenting the heart of Essir and recounting her journey. The Froomil regarded her with a mixture of pride and sadness. You have done well, it said. The balance is restored, but remember, it is fragile. Protect it. As the curse lifted, the forest seemed to awaken. Trees flourished, rivers flowed freely, and the air was filled with the songs of birds. The village of Kranzel prospered, its people learning to live in harmony with the forest. Anna became a legend, her name spoken with reverence. Yet, she often returned to the forest, not as a conqueror but as its ally, understanding that the Froomil's watchful eyes would always be upon her.